All right, welcome. Today, we're doing a rapid-fire intelligence briefing on AI. We're going to cut right through the noise and get to the stuff that really matters. So let's jump right in.
You know, we're all getting bombarded with AI news every single day. It's a lot. But how is it really changing? Like, what are the big fundamental shifts happening just beneath the surface? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dig into.
So here's the game plan. First up, we're heading into the engine room. We're talking smarter, smaller, faster AI. Then, we'll see how AI is getting a body and stepping into the real world. From there, we'll look at the personal impact on you, and we'll wrap it all up with a much-needed reality check, separating the hype from the truth.
All right, first up, the engine room. Let's get right under the hood, because the core tech that powers all of this, it's changing in some really surprising ways.
You know, for the longest time, the story with AI was just bigger is better. Massive models, more data, just scale, scale, scale. But that's not the whole story anymore. The new frontier is all about being smarter and more efficient. We're seeing this huge trend towards smaller, faster AIs that are specialized, and they pack a serious punch.
And the real key here is how these different models are starting to work together. And this whole shift is happening for a pretty simple reason. It's all about cost, speed, and specialization. Just look at what OpenAI is doing. They're using a big model, think of it like a strategist or the brains of the operation, to plan out these really complex tasks. But then, it hands off the actual work to a smaller, quicker model, the executor. And this little guy is a beast. It's more than twice as fast as the last version, which makes the whole system just incredibly efficient.
And this whole idea is perfectly summed up by NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang. He's talking about a platform called OpenClaw, and he said, this is definitely the next ChatGPT. So what is it? Well, it's a platform for building autonomous AI agents. We're talking about AIs that don't just answer your questions, they actually do things. They can handle complex, multi-step jobs with very little help from us. That's a huge shift from just chatting to actually taking action. Okay, so that's what's happening in the digital world, in the engine room. But what happens when that intelligence gets a body? How does it translate to the physical world? Well, these new AI brains are being plugged into physical systems, and believe me, we are definitely starting to see the impact. So what's with the number 25? Well, this represents a massive breakthrough. An AI system discovered 25 magnetic materials that we never knew existed. Why does that matter? Because these could help us rely less on rare earth metals, which could bring down the cost of things like EVs and clean energy. This isn't just crunching numbers. This is AI making real-world scientific discoveries. Okay, now shifting gears a bit to the places that power all this AI, the massive data centers. And look at this number, $300,000. That's the potential price tag for just one of those four-legged robotic guards, like the Spot robot you've probably seen. And yeah, they're actually being used now to patrol and monitor the very infrastructure that makes the AI boom possible. But even with that wild price tag, the creators say the goal isn't to replace people. Michael Suphan from Ghost Robotics puts it this way: we are not there to replace people. The idea is that these robots are there to help human security teams. They're basically walking, all-terrain sensor platforms, giving humans eyes and ears in really huge or dangerous places so they can make the final call.
Okay, so we've peeked inside the engine room, and we've seen AI get a physical body. But how does this all circle back to you? How is this power actually showing up in the apps and services you use every single day? Let's talk personal impact.
Here's a perfect example. Picture this. You've just landed at an airport for a tight connection. Instead of you scrambling, Google's AI has already checked your email for your next flight, figured out the gate, and is telling you where to go. Then, based on where you've eaten before, it suggests a quick spot to grab food near that gate. And it even calculates exactly how much time you have to chill before boarding. This isn't you asking a tool for help. This is an assistant that's already one step ahead of you.
But, of course, having an assistant that knows that much about you brings up some big privacy questions, right? And that's exactly where a company like DuckDuckGo is stepping in. They're offering an alternative. You can use their AI to access really powerful models, but they've built the whole thing around privacy. Your chats are anonymous, they get rid of your IP address, and, this is a big one, they promise to never ever use your conversations to train their AIs.
And that brings us to the trade-off. On the other side of the coin, you have OpenAI, which is now testing out an ad-based model for free ChatGPT users. So the ads you see will be personalized based on what you've been asking the AI. Now they say your chat history isn't shared directly with advertisers, but it really boils down to a clear choice for you. Do you want that super helpful assistance that's paid for with your data, or do you prefer the privacy-first route?
Which brings us to our final and honestly, probably our most important section. After all this incredible progress, we need a serious reality check. With all the hype, what are the fundamental limits that these AIs are still running up against?
So just take a look at these numbers from a new study. 80% accuracy overall? Okay, that sounds pretty good, right? But here's the crazy part. When it came to identifying a statement as false, its accuracy plummeted to just 16.4%. Think about that. It's great at agreeing with things it thinks are true, but it is terrible at spotting a lie.
And this quote from the lead researcher really gets to the heart of why this is happening. He says, they simply memorize and can give some idea, but they don't understand what they are talking about. He calls them statistical parrots. And that's a perfect description. They are amazing at recognizing patterns and guessing the next word, but they have zero real understanding of what those words actually mean.
And when you don't truly understand something, what happens? You get inconsistency. In that same study, they asked the AI the exact same question 10 times, and almost a third of the time, it gave a different answer. That kind of unreliability is a huge problem, especially if you're trying to count on this thing for anything important.
So this is where we land. AI is getting smarter, faster, and it's weaving itself into our lives in ways we've never seen before. I mean, it can discover new materials and get you to your flight on time. But at the same time, it can't reliably tell you if something is true or false. And that leaves us with the one big, crucial question we all have to think about. As AI becomes a part of everything, how and when can we actually trust it?
Thank you for watching. For more professional AI insights, remember to like this video and subscribe to AI Corecast.